All right, I'm going to kick this off live. So wherever you are in the world, this is our sort of tribe, sort of opportunity web event, and you'll see what this is all about in a second. My name's Rory Callahan, and I'm going to share a little bit about my story, just to welcome you to this space. But at the same time, what I want to do is I want to really introduce like the next wave of leaders and people, and that's the whole point of this is something that became very true and very real for me when I started to believe it to be true and believe that it could be possible. So I feel like my duty now is to make sure that everyone else knows that it can be true for them too in their own way. So whilst I get this tech stuff organized, I'm going to just basically reach out to anyone who's watching on Facebook Live or on Zoom, and just comment and just let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you had like one question or one thing on your mind that you would be curious to know in terms of like how could you get a step closer to your ideal lifestyle, what would it be? Would it be how do I connect with the right people? How do I see the opportunities? What type of consciousness do I have? Who do I need to talk to? How do I get started? How did you do it? Like whatever you have that's on your mind, I'd love you to just share that with me, and I'll make sure that this is as interactive as it can be. So without further ado, let's go. So where I started with this was, it was just probably about 6 years ago. And I was working, for those who don't know me, I was working as a physiotherapist, as like a waffle physiotherapist in the West Australia. And I had a master's degree and a bachelor's degree from UWA, one in exercise and sports science physiology. I went on to do like personal training and Pilates and basics in yoga. And then the master's degree was in physiotherapy. So I learned how to fix broken athletes and things like that. I also got to a point where, I was so invested in helping people that I wanted to find out ways to basically get solutions for a lot of the athletes and a lot of the people that I was working with in the clinic, some who couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. So I started putting together like a hip and groin rehab program. And this was something that then was going to get picked up by the AIS, and I had the opportunity to do a scholarship over there for a year, and everything was looking sick. I had my dream job. I didn't really have a lot of time, but I felt really fulfilled. Until one day I woke up and it was a pretty dark day when I was 25, but I lost my health, and there was a lot of clues hidden in plain sight that I was an allied health professional that was slowly declining in that sense. And I was trying to serve so much, and that was my values and my nature, and try to help everyone else, that I forgot to help myself along the way. And this is where I had to really step back and reassess and reevaluate things. And I don't know for anyone out there at the moment, but you might have gone through a situation of desperation, or hopefully potentially inspiration, where you tune into something like this at the right time and you're like, holy crap, there's a solution, or holy crap, there's something that I can follow that rabbit hole and see where it ends up. Because I was when I was in that space, I was looking for solutions around me, and that's when this sort of really came into my space. And the whole BWELL Be Free tribe, the Start Your Life movement, my collaboration with Peter, who then introduced me to this nutritional cleansing system, which was a big part of me going from being on an iPhone battery at 10% with all the fatigue umbrella terms you could put on me from all the most fancy allied health professionals in the world, to all of a sudden integrating such a simple system like intermittent fasting, high vibration plants, do-it-yourself smoothie bowls, and then going from an iPhone battery on 10% to then functioning on 80 to 90% within like 30 days, and then even more so over the next 90 days of maintenance. So that was kind of like my health story in a really quick nutshell. But it then led me to this opportunity of, okay, but I want to help other people. And I think that's what this is really about tonight, because the community, the social proof, all that stuff is on trial. And I'll show you some things later that you can just tune into and follow that. But I want to really put this opportunity out for people that have these three things. So if you're one of these, then you're definitely someone that can hang out and help us have a bigger impact. So are you hungry? Do you have an internal drive to either get your own health back or to serve and impact others? Or two, are you coachable? Are you willing to learn? Initially as an allied health professional, I wasn't. I had this massive health ego. And three, do you have a laptop or an ability to work from technology? Because a big vision that a lot of people, I think, have in the world is they want to free their time and free their location so that they can live their ideal day and their ideal lifestyle. And that's what I want to make this opportunity about. So I mentioned that I'd gone to that top left picture and did everything that society told me to do. And that was about 8 years ago. This photo underneath it was actually something taken from 2 months ago, where I was snowboarding in Japan, and I was working my laptop on the bus on the way up to Niseko Hirafu. And what I was doing is I was sort of working in the mornings and lunchtimes, snowboarding all day for 2 or 3 weeks, and working on other projects and a couple of business startups and stuff I had. And I had this moment, and I was like, holy crap, like this is really real. Like this is the thing that I was dreaming about in my mind like 5 or 6 years ago. All those vision boards and all that stuff, that all those self-help books and all that stuff told me to do, actually was starting to manifest into my reality with aligned work and with the aligned opportunities. So I want to ask you the same thing, and I like really just sit with this, guys, and really sit back and I want you to think, like, what is your ideal lifestyle? Like, what is your ideal day even? Like, if you were to really sit back and be like I was when I was 25, and I stepped back and I was like, Roz, are you healthy? I was like, nope. I was like, are you happy? I was like, nope. Did I feel connected to myself and the people I cared about? And I said, nope. And I was like, all right, well, whatever's happening, I need to change something. And that's when I had that moment of clarity where I really stepped back and started looking for solutions. So you might not be in that phase yet, and that's okay, but please don't wait till you're desperate. Please see those little things hidden in plain sight. See those things where people are living a lifestyle that you would like to live, and start to note that down. Start to write it down. Start to write down, like, what would that ideal day be? Where would you like to wake up? Funnily enough, I woke up that I said that I'd love to live in a villa in Bali. Had this villa on my vision board. Like, woo-woo is whatever you want to call it, but this was legitimately on my vision board about 4 or 5 years ago. And funnily enough, it manifests, right? Because the more we align ourselves with our actions and our thoughts, and the more we find opportunities to help us get there, it just starts to happen. And for people out there that haven't yet tuned into this, please be open to it and just play along at home. So I want you to think about, like, that ideal day, that ideal lifestyle, like, have that at the back of your mind. And because this was mine, like, I wanted to, like, I hadn't been on a surf trip in like 4 or 5 years. Like, and this is me and my buddy Reese, who I think's on tonight as well. His partner Rachel was actually just over here in Bali. Well, she's actually here now, and she's doing a bit of work from here as she like lives back in Cronulla with Reese, and they've had a really cool journey too. But I wanted to spend more time with those type of people. I wanted to spend more time doing the things that I love doing and serving and giving back in a way that I could. And this is what it looked like, working from laptops and cafes around the world. Like, the technology is amazing with like Instagram and Facebook and Zoom. We can literally do this from anywhere in the world. So I want to inspire you that whatever that looks like for you, it is extremely possible. What we do is simple. Like, we partnered with an amazing company that does nutritional cleansing. So we help integrate intermittent fasting, high vibration plants, surround them with a really supportive tribe of people helping people. We also add in like the best of like ancient wisdom with modern science and nature. And that's all done with this beautiful scientific team. And then we just go out there and help people with this. And we create tribes and communities, which then also the level of influence and impact we have it determines our level of income. And one of the most beautiful things is I've seen over the last 5 or 6 years being involved in this community with Isogenics and the Start Your Life movement, that like mums living in the back of their car with like three or four kids who are like in a real stuck moment in their life, who really capture this opportunity and they've got the hunger and they are coachable. I've seen them completely turn their life around. I've seen FIFO workers, with no background in health and wellness. I've seen naturopaths. I've seen sports dietitians. I've seen allied health professionals. I've seen 20-year-olds. I've seen people from all walks of life really get this, and it's only when they saw the simplicity and the ability to leverage. So the BWELL side, of the health side of things, 95% of people get involved with us for that. So the simplest thing I can say is in this space would be, and whatever your tribe is, right? This is one that we use, but BWELL Be Free on Instagram, we put all the details of that, all the details of like products and things, like everything's there. So you can go and look at that to your heart's content. And also we've got the BWELL page on Facebook. So again, we do lives. We've got some lives with product experts, with health experts, with people like Peter Kelly, who's, used this opportunity to create a little lifestyle side business, which then helped us self-fund our own startup, and the book, which is Earth is Hiring, and the Earth Esco, and so on and so forth. So there's so much beautiful social proof in this community that I'm not going to sit here and try and convince you of that. I just want to point you in the right direction. Go have a play, because we want to attract people that want to help us build this tribe together. Now, the next step is this alignment piece, because what we're going to do is like to really get into whether this is the right fit for you is to start thinking about the 5 people you spend the most time with. And you want to align yourself with people you can learn from, people who want more out of life, people who are stretching and searching and seeking for some higher ground in life. They're high vibration. They're going to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. They're going to challenge you in a way that makes you grow. They're probably walking that ideal day, that ideal lifestyle, and you're looking at them going, they're actually someone with the integrity, the compassion, the empathy, and the vulnerability and the honesty they have that I would actually change shoes with. So start listening and searching for those people. And I can tell you right now, we've got bucket loads of those people in this community. So just find someone that aligns with you and then get to work. This is how we started off early days about 5 or 6 years ago. We went to events together. We, did opportunity meetings all over the world, and we worked together as collective teams. As it was collaboration over competition. We're working from our laptops in villas, in our homes. Like we're doing it whilst we're working, doing other stuff. Like it became really simple. And then all of a sudden we started to have a bigger collective impact, and we started helping people generate a secondary source of income as well, which is the bottom right-hand corner. And the tribe grew and grew and grew. So now what we've done is we've been through this first phase where like after 5 or 6 years, we had this amazing growth, and now people have grown and now they're serving from overflow and they're doing their next project. So what we want to do is this opportunity is now for the next wave. This is for the second wave of people that want to come through. A lot of the people that started with us are now grown to a point where they can serve, and they've got their own teams, they're leading their own space. And we want to find the next group of leaders that can do that the same. Reese and Rach are a beautiful example, and I think Reese is on here. But they were able to free a couple of days a week. So imagine going from like a 5-day work week to like a 3-day work week, having more time to surf and to travel, a little bit more money in the back pocket, plus all the self-development growth, like your abundance grows, your mindset grows. You then start impacting and influencing more people in your own time. We also have Luke and Robbie, there's an epic interview with these guys on the BWELL page. They were able to free their family, go debt-free and mortgage-free in their 30s. And they created an income where they were earning about 5 to 11 grand a week, right? Like it's insane. Like imagine being in your 30s as a family and being mortgage-free, debt-free, owning your house, and then having a little bit extra so that you could buy a bus and travel around the world with your family. So the point is there's people out there like you that are already doing that. They're aligning with opportunities like this. The shared economy, the resource-based economies, these opportunities are amazing. And there's something that, please find the right opportunity that aligns with you. But just know that there's something out there that can help you maybe get a bit of time back, maybe create a bit more resource freedom so that you can have a bigger impact, so you can contribute more. We also have Rob and Rhea. So this beautiful couple came into our community. They basically freed their location down from Phillip Island in Melbourne, and they went on the van life trip as a beautiful young couple, and they're out there serving and impacting still to this day. And I remember the first time they came in, like they had no idea what this was, and they were just open and coachable and willing to learn. And just go follow their story if you want to be inspired, because they're another amazing couple that will show up in this space as well. The key thing I think that captured all of us was we had this vision. We had this vision to basically to ignite all people to own their own lives physically and financially, and through our contributions, create freedom and a lasting legacy. And what you'll see here is like, when we talk about freedom, it's like freeing an extra couple of days a week. It's like freeing your time and location, freeing your family to have choice, to be able to live that lifestyle that everyone says that it's too crazy, it's not possible. To free your location so that you can go experience and really build a nourishing relationship between people before you have kids or before you do take that next step. So whatever the freedom and the contribution is for you, just know that there's a tribe of 65,000 people now that are part of the Start Your Life movement, and part of a bigger community of about 300,000 people globally in the Isogenics community that are doing that. So this opportunity is basically for anyone in our tribe to share with you, because we're looking for the next wave of leaders. And we probably can, all of us can work with at least 5 people at one time. And we want to create those little collective, those little tribes. Not everyone wants to come and live in Bali and chill at the villa and co-work here. Some people might want to do it in a different way. So whoever sent you to this opportunity meeting, just make sure that you give them a call and have a chat with them and explore like what this actually is, and explore their stories, explore what's possible for you. Because if there's anything that happens from this opportunity, just know that one, it's real. I've got to a point now at the end of like 5 or 6 years, where I've created a 7-figure like residual income over that time. And, you know, I'll put all the disclaimers and everything up so that you can make sure that, you know, it's obviously it's relative to work and your hunger and your growth for self-developing and things like that. But it's freed me enough that I can live in Bali and have time to write my own book, which was about self-care. And I want to be part of the solution of good health and well-being for all people at all ages, which is one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And being an allied health professional that lost his health, I realized that we needed self-care to be a foundation for healthcare. So now it's given me the time freedom to go back and really contribute in a different way. But it's also freed me to then have a bigger impact in other ways, and also to leave the environment of where I was born and to surf and to be able to serve from here. So that's my version of it. I just want you to know that whatever your version of it is, that's capable for you too. Now I'm going to take myself off sharing here, and I'm going to get Kia to jump on, and she's just going to share a little bit about her story. So Kia, if you're there, I'll just put you on to allow you to talk. There she is. Wow. Because this is the next wave of people, and Kia's in a space where I think she's only helped about 5 or so people. We can't see your video for some reason, Kia.
Let me have a quick look. How do I do this?
I'm not sure.
Edit. I don't know how to do it. Can you just hear me?
Bottom left-hand corner. It should be video. We can hear you anyway.
Yeah, that's...
Well, listen, what I'll do is I'll share the screen so everyone can see your beautiful face, and tell me a little bit about what this opportunity is for you and a bit about your background.
So yeah, kind of leading up to this, I was teaching yoga, and I was part of a not-for-profit organization, and we were really trying to raise awareness for mental health, and I was teaching yoga for the community. And then I kind of hit like a really low point in my own mental health and my own physical health. And that's when this company, I guess, came into my life, and coming into it for something for myself, just to get my own health on track. And then I saw the vision, the Start Your Life vision. I was plugged into the community, and I was like, I'm all in. Like, if I can help people and you know, get paid at the same time, but really help from like my heart, like, this is incredible. This is all I've ever wanted to do. So the future for me, it's exciting. Like, every day I wake up and I know I have purpose, and I know that if I had been through, you know, my own personal battles, that other young women and other young people are definitely going through this as well. And if I can help them with my story, then that's, you know, that's all I could ever ask for. And I just think the personal development that I've gained from this is just incredible. Like, I've learned more about nutrition and self-confidence than I ever did in my years at high school, which only brought me stress. Just stress.
And how long have you been involved in this community or this opportunity so far?
Since December. So
yes, it's super fresh. So we're going to see a lot more of you. And this is the thing, is there's so many people that walked this path before Kia. You know, she started off as a barista. She's a yogi. She's like, if you follow her stuff on Instagram or the socials, she's just such a beautiful soul. And the reason why I want to really highlight people like Kia, and I'll get Ben up next, is because these are the next wave of leaders, and like, join them. And the thing is like, you're not just joining them, you're joining me, you're joining us, you're joining this collective of people that want to go and serve. And I can see now, like, how many people have you been able to impact so far, just to kickstart this little ripple effect you're having?
I'd say 5 people solidly right now. And that's exciting. And that's a good amount of people to, I think, start with, because I learn, I'm learning at the same time, like, how to talk to people and not so much push it onto people and be like, hey, just do this because I know it's amazing. Like, I'm becoming a better listener and a better person, and like really hearing where, you know, if I have a solution for them. So yeah, becoming a better person has been probably one of the main things, and a better listener. Listening to if I can help people.
Epic. And thank you so much for like taking the time to jump on this tonight, because I know this isn't a common thing for you to do. And this is part of the growth and development of the team. Is like, I look forward to seeing you running these one day and leading your own little tribe. And What would you say your ideal day is in just a couple of short sentences?
Definitely living in Bali. Definitely living in Bali. Definitely being able to kind of do what you're doing, Rory, like jump on calls and kind of creating another team of leaders as well in the next coming years. And I'm a big believer in, obviously like yoga, meditation and rituals and food. And I somehow want to integrate it all and have like little retreats and run retreats for people. And my ideal day is to be on holiday, but doing work at the same time, living in Bali. Yeah. Being healthy and being free, like financially free it's huge. Like I've traveled and I've come home in debt, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to travel and get paid every moment that I'm paid. and I don't know that.
Well, first of all,
sorry.
Yeah, so I was going to say, let's make our first step. Let's help you have an impact and really take a step on that. Let's help you pay off that debt from your last travel trip. And I look forward to seeing like the next steps. And the beautiful thing is, like when you get to that space of running retreats and blah, 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 I'm doing that in Bali in my own way. So I'll have another framework and something that I can support you with. And this is, again, like the collective tribe there's so much more value than just the products of the tribe and things like that, where we work together on so many levels. So thanks for that, Kia. I want to get Benny on. Big love. Thank you. All right, Ben, are you there? I think he might be coming back on. There he is. Where are you, my friend?
I am walking back to my room at work. So yeah.
So you're actually up on the mines right now.
Yes, I am. Indeed, I am.
So this story couldn't become more true for anyone. Like obviously that's a beautiful job that's allowed you to free your time and obviously work 50% of the year and create a bit of an income. But tell me your story, Benny. What's your background and where are you heading with this?
Cool, man. Wicked. So I left school at 17 to become a diesel mechanic in the mines. And I followed this path of thinking, this is what I have to do to be successful. I have to get a trade and be this person. And throughout my journey, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really get much out of it. I actually quite hated the work. And my way of compensating for hating it, I just work for 6 months and then just go travel for 6 months, hoping that I'd chase this gift or this dream that I'm looking for when I travel. And I kind of never really found it. And I'd come home and not have the money anymore and have to come back to the mines and just do that cycle and process all over again. And it was quite draining. And like one trip really stood out for me was 2 years ago. I went over to Africa and volunteered for an organisation facilitating workshops for high school students. And on that trip, I really discovered that I'm here for a bigger reason and a bigger purpose. And the work that the things I want to impact in the world is helping people. And I really realized that on that trip. So I came back really excited, but also with no money again. So I found myself back in the FIFO trap working. And I've been part of this journey of Isogenics for about 4 years now, had incredible health results. And only now I've really caught onto the vision of what this can actually create for me and what this kind of impact it can have on me. And actually, this is great timing because today was my last day as a full-time, 4 hours, full roster employee for Rio Tinto. I am now doing part-time work, which is I get a month off at a time now. We now only have a week off at a time. So it is going to create so much more time for me to step into this, which I'm really more excited about because I really understand that I want to have a deep impact and help people, not just physically, but like on an emotional, deeper level and really help other people step into their greatness and step into their dreams and step into like what they want to do in the world. And yeah, being a stand for people to do that. And this opportunity, this vehicle is just like the perfect vehicle to me to get there.
And just elaborate, like you've been in this for 4 years. What do you see, man? Like, what do you actually see?
I see how the community, the company, every single person in Isogenics is so supportive, so loving, so coming from such a heart space, because everyone wants to have this impact, and it feels like family. It's the same feeling that you get when you're around your family, and like blood family, and how that actually feels. And I've seen so many people really impact hundreds and thousands of people's life, everyday people doing that. And it's really just showing me that I can do that, and them stepping into leaders, them stepping into their true self and allowing people to see them. And just, I've seen so much in the last 4 years, but the biggest has been the support of the community and the company.
And do you feel like even just your health result and the self-development, the growth over the last 4 years, do you think that would have been enough in itself?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I lost 24 kilos using this system, and that alone changed my life. And then you add in the personal development that's attached to that, the community, the people, the business. Like, yeah, it's definitely changed my life in so many ways.
Well, Benny boy, I look forward to seeing you lead some crew of your own, man, and I'll be here to support you in that space. And I just know there's so many people out there doing FIFE or doing these things because they feel like there's no other option, and you're going to be one of those people that shows them that there is a different way, and do it. And I guess, maybe doing it in a more ecological way. Imagine if you could earn the same income that you're working on FIFO as you can doing this. Like, that would be kind of cool, yeah.
That'd be incredible, man. Incredible.
And there's people already doing that, right? So, like, there's a path in the woods. There's a path in the woods for you. You know, it's true for you too, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna thank you again for jumping on.
Thank you, bro.
Got my full support, man, for the coming months and years, and let's help you get to where you need to go as well.
Thank you, brother. It was an honor to share.
All right, man. I want to bring on Spads to finish off. So Spads is Kia says big thanks, Benny boy, as well. Spads is I like to think of Spads as someone who, he's like Mr. Non-toxic to me. He's my go-to for everything health. He's got like every health product under the sun just the way he's like clean living. He's just a clean living dude, like, so he came over and he's hung out with me in Bali a couple of times. And I know that now he's in a space where it's really transcended himself, and he started to capture this opportunity for himself. So Spads, I'd love to welcome you onto this little opportunity event, man. And I know the next wave is going to involve you as well. So give us a bit about your background and I guess where you see this going in the future for you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Rory. Thanks for having me on. I'm like really excited to, share my story and how this platform's really allowed me to change the lifestyle that I was living. So I don't know if anyone else can relate, but for me, from an early age, like when I was 16 years of age, I just knew that I wasn't going to work a 9 to 5 for my whole life. And the reason for that was my biggest passion is traveling and experiencing new cultures. So I just knew that lifestyle wasn't going to, facilitate the lifestyle that I wanted to live. So finishing school, I decided to skip uni and went and traveled the world for 8 months and loved it. I got home and kind of did what, a lot of people do when they don't really know what they want to do. And I just fell into a job that, I was good at, but I wasn't passionate about. And, it's so easy for 5, 10, 15, 20 years to go by and we're like, wow, we're doing something that we don't enjoy. And after, 4 or 5 years in that space, I really started to lack direction with my life and where I was going and, filling the void with a lot of unhealthy habits. And yeah, Isogenics came into my path. I came in for both the health change and also the business opportunity. I'd heard of network marketing before and I'd briefly been in it as a 20-year-old. So yeah, I saw the opportunity of it. But in saying that, I had to do a lot of internal work on myself first. And the amazing part is like the company and the community, the support and all the tools that they give you to help facilitate that to grow into the person you need to become to be successful in this business is so instrumental, and it's so much needed to really be successful. And thankfully we have all that in this space. So yeah, I've been really working on it part-time for that on both myself and also, you know, on the business aspect. And it got to the point mid last year where you know, I finally committed to leaving the job that I didn't enjoy and I wasn't passionate about, and I moved over to Bali for 4 months, which was something I always wanted to do, was live in Bali. And it was, you know, an amazing, expansive time for me. And coming back to Perth after that, you know, I've been building ISA, and also I've aligned with another with the ActiveWeb brand, which also aligns with my values. And, you know, now I'm able to live the lifestyle that I've always wanted. So I have that location-free aspect where I work completely online now. I'm heading back to Bali in May, which is what I always wanted to do, was have that ability to live in different locations around the world each year. So yeah, it's just been like we talk about it with like the community and the internal work. It's been such a rewarding experience. It's challenging, but also like so rewarding, because even just the shift that I've had on myself internally have been moved.
Yeah, that's it, man. And yeah, your journey's been one where it's like, it could have just been just for the health for you, right? Like it could have just stuck at that, but now you got to a point where you've really sort of transcended yourself. And I think this is what is so beautiful about this opportunity. If anyone's listening out there and you're unsure, just like do it for yourself. Like just, you know, integrate these rituals for your own health and your own well-being. Like, you know, 1 in 2 people in the world are living with a chronic preventable disease. Like the fact of like supporting detoxification and intermittent fasting and high vibration plants and all this type of stuff, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But if you then get to a point like Spads and you see the bigger vision, just know that this is there for you too. And the reason why I wanted to really bring on these guys like Kia, you know, she's a yogi, and Ben's in FIFO, and Spads is, you know, really in that health and well-being space, is just to paint a picture of the next wave of people that are coming through, and the leaders are probably someone like you. So I want this to be real for you, like it is for other people. And if you've got some amazing skills that you can add to this collective, all we're really looking for is anyone that is hungry, anyone that's coachable, anyone that's got the right values, you know, people who care about helping impact world health and food as foundational medicine. And maybe you have some amazing influence, and rather than shining the light on cafes and like, you know, amazing yoga pants, you can start to really influence and impact people with your internal health and well-being, and also in a way where you can help them create a secondary source of income that, you know, like Luke and Robbie, it might pay off a mortgage, or it might pay off a debt, or like Reese and Rach, it might free up an extra couple of days to really live and nourish a beautiful relationship. Or like Rob and Rhea, it might free you to actually go experience the world as a young couple. So whatever it is for you guys, just know that it is available. And I see so many people that come into this space and they spend a year or 2 years just working on their own health and their own self-development, and just know that that's okay too. Because, you know, like Ben, it might be 3 or 4 years down the track, or Spads 2 or 3 years down the track, or even like Kia, where you capture it in the first, you know, 4 months, where you start to really see what this is. And I just want to put that opportunity out to everybody. And for anyone that has been sent to this, just know that this is all referral based, and we collaborate. There's no competition here. We're a collective team. Come co-work with us in Bali if you get over here. Come co-create, come co-live. Our whole vision is around having a bigger impact and helping you live that ideal day and that ideal lifestyle. So big love, guys. The sun's obviously gone here, so you can't see me anymore, but I'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone that joined us. And obviously follow us on the socials, because there'll be a lot more lives. You know, we've got people that have made over $2 million per year. They've only invested their $3,000 in the startup, which is eating their overheads, which is the food. You know, we've got people that, you know, like Peter Kelly, who's going to jump on next week, and her husband, Eric Coover, the week after. So all these people are going to be tuning into this platform. So even if you're not sure if it's for you yet, keep tuning in. And just follow the journey, and hopefully we'll see you on one of these calls, and maybe even leading one of these calls one day down the line. All right. Peace out, guys. Big love. And if you have any questions, feel free to fire away on Facebook or on any of the lives or any of the other spaces where you might see this pop up. All right. Thanks again. Pew.